first video in a while where it's not so dark. It is about 10 a.m. Central Time where I am. Still a little dark in the room, but you know, it's daytime. So I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind as far as in the entertainment industry. Miss Chloe Bailey. Now, a lot of us were introduced to her from Fighting Temptations. I saw that movie one time, so I don't remember her in it, but I do remember her from Meet the Browns, and she played one of Angela Bassett's children. So, fast forward to maybe the last 5 years or so, her and her sister have blossomed into grown women. And they've actually branched out and done their own thing. They were a group. The first time even though technically I saw Chloe in Meet the Browns, the first time I saw them was this video, the song they did called Drop, came out in 2016, I believe. And I was in awe because around that time, that's when R&B, maybe even a little bit before that, people weren't really singing in R&B like they were 10, 15 years prior. You know what I'm saying? So to actually hear two young girls singing with voices that I'm used to hearing as far as R&B is concerned, I loved it. And then Chloe did a little rap part. I was like, okay. So a lot of people have seen Chloe as a little girl. So I want to know why Chloe in particular gets so much scrutiny. A lot of people say she's trying too hard with her sexuality. What I think when it comes to that is right now the overly sexual stuff is what's selling. So if you're a new artist, I mean, you're probably going to lean towards that. I feel like people need to give Chloe some grace. Like, yes, she's Beyonce's mentoree. I think I'm saying the correct definition of that, the correct word, mentoree or protege. That's better. She's Beyonce's protege, and so she's probably gonna, I would say unconsciously or subconsciously mimic her because that's who is her guide. But I feel like people need to give Chloe some time. Like, Chloe's 20. I'm not sure her birthday. I know she was born in 98, so she'll be 25 this year if she's not already. At that age, you're still coming into your womanhood. You're still finding out how you are as a woman, as an adult, and in her case, a celebrity, an entertainer, a musician. She's trying to find her path. Just like how we saw Rihanna in like 4 or 5 stages. They put her out when she first came out in 2004. She was the teeny bopper, typical teeny bopper thing. Then when her and Chris Brown got into it, she was this hard edge. That whole album had a whole different sound to it. She cut her hair, it was blonde. She was more into the, rock type thing. Then after that, she wore the long red hair. She was into that. So it's like, give people some time to find themselves. I do feel like her being sexy, I think it is a little forced because I think that's something that some people can just naturally have and some people just naturally don't have. It has nothing to do with looks. I'll say that first and foremost because Chloe is stunning. But I think her angle is something else and she needs to be able to have time to find it. It seems like everything she does or close to everything she does is under a microscope. I know when Swarm on Amazon Prime came out, the first 5 minutes of the movie was a sex scene with her and Damson Idris, right? And people made such a big deal about that. And it's like, have y'all never seen a sex scene in a movie? It is acting. No one's really doing it it's acting. It's like a fight scene. They didn't get punched for real. They didn't get slapped for real. You know what I mean? But I feel like because it was Chloe, they're like, oh, well, she's really trying too hard because she's bent over in this movie and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, I don't know what it is. I feel like when it comes to certain celebrities, they just get picked on. They just get targeted. Like Little Mama is the same to me. Ever since the whole Jay-Z and Alicia Keys thing, to me it wasn't that big of a deal. That was what, in '09? And people still kind of make fun of her. Like, I remember there was a meme that came out when she was on the Breakfast Club and she had on like a red wig and she was crying about something. I haven't seen that interview, but she was crying about something. It was something serious, and people were taking a meme and like making light out of it. And listen, I understand it's the internet. No one is safe. No one is spared. Children, babies are not even spared on the internet. But I just wonder why certain celebrities get that, you know. And Haley, her sister, who will be in the live action Little Mermaid this month. It is May, so this month it is coming out. People don't, I don't see her as much, but people don't get on her as much. And I don't know if it's because we remember seeing them as little girls, but little girls grow up. I mean, it is what it is. I know the little girl on My Wife and Kids. I know a few years ago there was a picture of her in like a bikini, and people were like, oh my God. And it's like, yeah, she's not 4 years old anymore. She's a grown woman. Grown women that are sexy and curvaceous and have beautiful bodies were once little girls. That's how life works. So I actually look forward to Chloe's career flourishing. Now, I did hear that her album that she put out, the sales were kind of low. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't bought music in a while because I'm so used to owning the CD. You know what I'm saying? Versus like paying for streaming services and listening to it. Like, I understand I do that with movies and TV shows, but it's just something about having that tangible CD. So I haven't bought music in probably, I think the last CD I bought was in 2018. It was Tory Lane's CD, and he's just one of the few people that happen to have his stuff on a CD. I know a lot of artists don't even make CDs anymore. It's just straight to streaming service because that's just where we're at right now. And I saw the article where they said she was trying to rebrand because her CD sales were low. I didn't read it though, so I can't say anything about it. But if it is true that she's rebranding, I want her to listen to herself. The odds of her seeing this video are slim to none or whatever. But if you just happen to see this, Chloe, listen to yourself. What feels good to you? What style do you want to convey to the world? What's in your heart? What's in your spirit? I know that sounds cheesy and cliche, but that's what's going to work. I know there's a lot of artists black artists especially, who have gone a certain way, and black people as a whole been like, man, so-and-so kind of weird. Like, for example, Andre 3000, even though he has respect, he definitely has utmost respect from his fans, but he kind of just went off the grid. And it's like, you know what, if that's what you have to do to stay sane, do it. Chloe, if you have to take some time off, if you have to say, you know what, okay, this overly sexual thing, it ain't me, let me try some bohemian looks, let me try some gothic looks or whatever. You're young, try it out, figure it out. But yeah, man, let's ease up off of Chloe. I wish her the best, her and her sister. I love this younger generation of black musicians and actors and actresses coming up. I think it's fantastic. I'm glad that movie and film and TV are getting better and better. Absolutely. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to get on with my day. This is the first time in a while I'm not going to bed. I'm getting started on my day, all right? As always, peace and blessings. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to all who are watching. And if you're watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It takes like 1.500% seconds or whatever to do it, all right? Until next time, y'all, have a good one.